Today's guest is a legendary actor, the Big Lebowski, True Grit, Crazy Heart, if you haven't seen that one, Tron, many more. He's got a new movie, Minions and Monsters. It's in theaters July 1st. I had quite a time with today's guest, Mr. Jeff Bridges.
Gotta get my right specs. You might be too far away for these.
No, what you got? Plus two, you got 2.5s? What are you rocking? No, ones?
These are prescription, man. These are my reading glasses, but I have, let me see.
Let me try those bad cats on.
Well, let me see. Here you go for these. Those are reading.
Just give me one pair. You don't get them both.
No,
huh?
I think I'd go for the other one, man.
Let me see how I'm looking. Oh.
Huh?
Nope.
No, a little off, right?
Yeah, not bad, but.
Yeah, this is better. Okay.
Nothing. I don't want to pick a wife out with those on, you know?
Are you getting close?
I mean, I'd like to be married.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'd like to be. But sometimes it's out of your control, you know?
Yeah, anything close?
Not that at the moment.
Have you been close?
I think I've been close, man, and I just wasn't like... Just like my heart wasn't in the right spot, my brain wasn't. I was touring a lot, and I wasn't ready to
yeah.
I had two wheels out of town, you know.
She kicked you to the curb, or you kicked her, or a little both.
I've had them. They've all kicked me. They've all at a certain point kicked me, but I deserve to be kicked.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's tough. I resisted it as long as I possibly could.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, you've been married. You've had
we just had our 49th anniversary.
Let's go.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Really a good one. I scored, man.
Yeah. How'd you score that dime?
Oh, I was making a movie called Rancho Deluxe in Montana. And we're shooting in this place called Chico Hot Springs, where they used to do brain surgery there 100 years ago. It's like a hot spring place.
For sure, warm water, that's where I want to be cut open.
Exactly, man, yeah. And I'm sitting there in this hot tub with Harry Dean Stanton on one side and Sam Waterston on the other. And we're doing a scene, and I look across and I see this gorgeous girl with 2 black eyes and a broken nose.
Oh.
And that juxtaposition of that disfigurement and the beauty, you know. Part of the trouble with these interviews like this, because I've done a bunch now, is I end up telling the same story. Now, I'm going to tell the story,
okay,
but it's one of my favorite stories, so I don't mind. But it feels a little funny because I told it so often, you know, so I imagine people say, "Don't tell that fucking story, man."
I've never heard it, man.
So
you and I've never talked
good.
about love, and so so you're sitting in a tub, first of all, with 2 men.
And I'm going to show you something. I think I got it. I usually don't have the thing that goes along with it, but I think I got it in my satchel here. So I'm sitting in there with 2 guys, Harry Dean Stanton, Stan Waterston, see this gorgeous girl with a broken nose and 2 black eyes. I finally get up my nerve to ask her out. Now, you know, asking somebody out, you know, it's tough, isn't it, man?
Oh, it's hard to get your nerve because your nerve, sometimes it feels like it starts at your feet and you got to get it all the way up your body.
And I'm young now. I'm in my 20s, man. You know,
so you're virile.
20s. Yeah, I'm virile, but I'm not, I'm unpracticed, you know.
Yeah, unrehearsed.
Unrehearsed. And I go up there and I say, "Would you like to go out with me, maybe have dinner or something?" No. I say, "Really?" She says, "Yeah, it's a small town. Maybe I'll see you around, you know." And her prophecy proved true. And at the wrap party of this movie, she showed up and we danced, and that was the done deal. Now we cut 30 years later. We're married, have 3 kids, and I'm going through my mail on my desk. And I get this letter from the makeup man on the show where I met my now wife.
Wow.
And he says, "I was going through my files and I found something that might interest you. It's you talking to a local girl. So I have a photograph that I'm going to show you right now. I think I have it.
Let's see it, huh?
This is a shot of the first words ever spoken between my wife and myself.
Oh, that's a dang hieroglyph of love.
Isn't this a wild thing, man?
Yeah, of course
I got
it is.
right here. And
Dude, thank you, bro. That's
so
cool.
this is and this is my prized possession. Let me see if I can find it on my.
Get that thing out.
This is a 2-shot. Here is the moment, and you can see. Look at the look on my face. I'm totally cold cocked here, man. Look, would you like to go out with me? No. Click, the picture's taken. There it is, man.
Bro, you are smitten, dude.
You can tell.
How,
Can you?
even from a side angle, you can
You
see.
say, I'm done, man. It's over,
Full Smith. Oh, beautiful.
And so, but I resisted because, we don't want to lose our autonomy, man. We'd like to, and there's so many beautiful girls all over the place.
But
man.
do you think, even while you're saying that, so do you think, thank you for showing me that, and congratulations too, man. Yeah, on us having love for that long, I think people sometimes don't think that when they get into a relationship, what they do get out of it, if they work it well, is they get love.
Well,
people forget about that part of it. I mean, they may also get other stuff too. But do you think like that's one of the things that keeps a guy from asking a woman out sometimes is the fear of losing their autonomy without even thinking about that?
That's what. Yeah. So.
Because you usually think it's just general fear, right? Because I never thought about it like that, like we were saying, because I think about, I feel like if I'm going to ask you a lot, I feel like, okay, I'm nervous, right? But I've never thought that the nerves are really just like a deep internal fear, like it's your autonomy showing up and be like, no, we're going to lose it. You think that could be true?
Oh, absolutely. That's what it was with me. I'm in my, prime.
You were prime
dating,
rib.
I was, my career was on the rise, all these beautiful women that were around. And I felt it was like literally like the cartoon where the eyes go out. I was boom in love at first sight. And it was frightening to feel like that.
Yeah.
And so I was torn. And the high that we're looking for, I find, or the one I'm looking for, is intimacy, right? That's what marriage. That's the playing field of intimacy. You're committed for the whole shot, and you say, and I'm just lucky that I found somebody I'm so attracted to, and the intimacy seems to grow. But your question triggered. We lived together for about 3 years, and it was on again and off again. And she says to me, "Hey, I know you love me, and that you have abulia. Now, abulia is a diseased mental disorder that my mother used to tell me, which I have a hard time making decisions.
Oh, yeah.
She was slightly joking with me, both my mom and my wife. Say, I know you have abulia, but I'm going to go back up to Montana where you found me because my biological clock's going off.
Wow.
And I finally worked up, I guess it was courage, or I don't know what it was. I know I prayed on thing. I got down on my knees and said, okay, marry me. And I had this image of a handful of sand, and there was one little diamond in there, and that was Sue. If I can't let that diamond go, man, and I gave myself a caveat. I said, you can always get a divorce, man.
That's true.
Just, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So that was my caveat. Now we cut about a week later because Sue says, when do we want to get married? I said, oh, how about this weekend? Because I don't know how long I can hold this thing,
That's a good point. A lot of people put the wedding way too far out.
Oh, man, that would have been torture. So we invite a bunch of our friends over to our little house up in Malibu, up in the hills there, and get married. Now we cut to Maui. It was the 7 sacred pools. We have our honeymoon there. And I'm looking at this gorgeous scenery, but all I can do is smell the rotting mangoes, man. I'm a pouting.
Yeah.
And she goes, what's wrong? I go, nothing. She goes, oh, let's annul this. I said, no.
It's just bad fruit.
Yeah. Oh, and she put up with that shit for years.
Really, just that bad? Just recognizing the rotten mangoes, huh?
Yeah.
I feel that, bro.
And Thank God she didn't kick me to the curb, and that I finally got with the program and say, nobody fooled me.
What made you get with the program?
Well, I mentioned intimacy. You get so intimate, you go through so many bad times and good times, and every time you go through a tough time, you either you give it up, or your love and intimacy and connection have to grow to hold that weird thing that was threatening it.
One thing you said, it was like, you're like, I had like a handful of sand and there was like one diamond in it. It's crazy how many times in our lives, I mean, and really I'm just speaking for myself, I think, and I don't want to speak from like a negative or like downer place, but there's been times in my life where I've had a handful of sand and like one diamond that was like a special person, and I chose the sand. But sometimes I think it was fear, or it was like,
well, as we're talking about the metaphor, it's not so much choosing the sand for me, but it was, I'm going to choose this handful of sand being all the bullshit.
Yeah.
Because there's a diamond in there. Maybe, you know what I mean? So I said, I'm going to take, it was it was an unconscious decision on that side, although I felt it was so strongly that I gave myself that caveat, which is a weird thing to go into a marriage saying you can always get a divorce, man.
But it's not a bad call.
God, I guess not, man. Well,
but it worked. It worked. And obviously if it lasted this long, was there one of the more, like, was there like a more pressing moment that came in? Like, yeah, because one of my friends, I was talking with Jared Leto, he and our buddies, we met at the UFC fights, and I was just randomly messaged him, and I said, hey, I'm going to be talking with Jeff Bridges, and he said a lot of nice things, and then he said, yeah, how has he had so much luck in love? Like, why does he think his marriage has lasted so long? It's like, yeah, are there what was one of the tougher moments, like, that you had to evolve? Because it sounds like you're saying you get to these moments and you either choose to kind of evolve and it adjusts like the volume of your like intimacy, or you choose not to. And a lot of us choose not to at times, because it feels safer.
Yeah. Well, there's something that I call, what do I call it? Our primal battle, our primal war that we have. And it's basically, you don't get it. You don't get what it's like having a relationship with somebody like you. You don't get it. You don't understand me at all. And there's such truth in that, because none of us really know the other person, really, And what we'll do, we've started doing this, and it's happened now as the years go on, less and less, and I kind of almost miss it. And it just happened recently. I said, oh, good, we get to do it again. We'll sit a little closer than we are here and facing each other, and we'll take turns, whoever wants to go first can go first, and the person just says all their feelings, and the other person just listens. They don't think of their rebuttal. Their task is to just receive what that person, and again, it's intimacy, man. Try to get that.
All the feelings about them, about everything?
About everything.
Got it.
And we try not to use, the you message. We try to say, this is how I feel. This is what I feel.
Yeah.
And then the other person does their side and the other person listens, and we go back and forth. That often really scratches the itch in a beautiful way. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's really a cool strategy to deal with the basic thing that you don't understand what I am, what I'm going through. And marriage is a great, like a playing field or a game board to really explore all of those emotions that are so real for all of us, because we're all separate people.
Right.
But we're similar in that we're human beings, we have feelings.
And that's the closest we get. I mean, that's one of the closest relationships that you have. I think to be able to do that with any relationship is pretty cool. But to really look at love as like a playing field, to look at like a relationship with someone else as like a playing field, and let's try this out. Like, let's try out some things to see like just how brave can we get with like our vulnerability or with learning about ourselves. It's pretty cool.
Right. That's right.
And they used to have these things in tribes, like in certain tribes, I don't know which, there's one I'm thinking of specifically, but they would have these kind of dance off things. Like partners would, and they would like try to like they would dance in front of each other, like kind of process their energies toward each other. It's kind of fascinating. So I kind of related to something like that a little bit.
Well, also, you know, I was saying it's like a playing field or, you know, a place to practice relationship, you know, and I find it overflows into my work and making a movie or just being here with you, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I noticed stuff like that.
Use the same thing. Now, I would think what you do, and I'm not as familiar as I might have been with what you're up to, but I Googled you, you know, before I showed up today. I said, God, look at this guy's really into some great interviews. I saw your interview with Mike Tyson. That was a wild one.
It was wild, dude. Dude, he was out of his mind, but he was also the most in his mind.
Oh exactly. He just, and Louis C.K.
He's one of my heroes. Dude.
So you had some great, and you get intimate on these things, and that I bet when you finally find a girl or a guy, whoever which way you're leaning, to connect with in that deep way.
I hope it's a woman.
You know,
I'll say this: if it's a guy, I'm gonna be shocked, bro. If they if it's an arranged marriage and it's a guy, dude, I'm gonna email my mom. Man. Yeah, dude, I like talking about stuff like that, and it's important. And some of these people, like Louis, is one of my dearest friends in the world.
Oh, wow, man.
He's one of the deepest people I've ever met in my whole life.
I thought so, yeah.
I got to be I went to a party recently, and him and Bob Odenkirk were there. Have you ever got to meet Bob Odenkirk?
Oh, no, but I admire him, yeah.
He was just like, they were talking, dude, and I just got to sit there and listen to them.
Oh, wonderful.
It was like, that was something pretty special. But yeah, it is interesting, like, because this is the playing field that we get. You know, sometimes we forget that this is like, whatever it is, like, whatever, like, God has intended, or the world, or the energies of whatever, like, that put us here to have this, like a fish coming to like the edge of the glass and being able to like see, just get like a peek out into the universe. This is it.
Yeah, man.
So all the things that we want to do, we have to try them while we're here, even if it's scary, even if it's hard, you know?
Yeah, and don't you find, I don't know about you, but I'm addicted to comfort, man. I like to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And the problem with comfort, and maybe it's not even a problem, it's kind of both the problem and the solution. When you're comfortable, you're not growing, you're just relaxing, being comfortable.
It's a coffin, man.
And it's a kind of, it's a coffin.
It's cozy.
And all these little challenges of life. And I resist these, like marriage, man. I resist this shit.
Yeah.
Because I don't like to be challenged. Yeah. I don't want to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But I notice every once in a while I'll do these experiments on myself. And I say, okay, you feel this way. Now, why don't you just go against that and do something adventurous and challenging, you know, and see what happens, just to fuck around, you know. So I'll do that. And on the other side of that, 99% of the time I say, wow, I got off, man. That was cool.
Yeah.
I'm something other than I thought I was. I didn't think I could do that.
I know.
Isn't that a wild thing?
Yeah, we forget that like this is a school, I think. We forget that this is a school, you know, and you kind of just get used to the recess of it. You know?
That's something I remember. I never went to college, but I thought, gee, I think I'll be the dean of my own college. I'm going to put my, you know, and I didn't do it to the degree that I want to do, you know, but to give myself assignments, you know, like, you play guitar?
No, I don't.
You don't, but I play guitar. I say, I should take, you know, I'm always jealous of my friends who did that woodshedding, you know, and learned all that stuff, you know. I said, you know, I notice I don't do it, but I could put myself through, you know, a college course of guitar. It's all online. There's so much stuff online.
Well, it seems like you've done a good job with kind of like nurturing your creativity over time. You know, it seems like you stay active with like, I saw like a lot of the, and it's one thing that Louis C.K. does too, is he's a great sculptor. People don't know that.
Yeah.
And I don't even know if he cares if I share that or not, but like you'll go to his apartment and he has like all these crazy sculptures that he's made. And it just like, he reminds me of like, just creativity. It's not stuck in one spot. It's not you're just this.
That's right.
That you can use it in different ways. And you can also try to see if it sticks in different ways. It's like throwing like a spaghetti, like, you know, of yourself against the wall of like the world or the universe or something. But you seem to have done that a decent amount with like music, acting, And with also, I've seen some of your, can you even bring them up, Nick? Some of the sculptures that you have. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, my heads.
Yeah.
Yeah, I make, I'll do a pot or something, and then I always have a little piece of clay left over, and I just let my hands go and say, and they come up with these heads, man. I don't know the aspects of myself or what the hell they are, but
that guy, definitely. I'm going to say he was Italian at one point. But yeah, beautiful group there. And do you vend these, or do you give these away for charity or something? Or do you prize them? Because I guess they're kind of pieces of you in a way.
Well, it's sort of a semi-abandoned project. I say semi because I still may kick this project off. It's kind of dear to my heart. It was a project called Head for Peace.
Yeah. Look, already, I support it, bro.
That? And
who doesn't want head for peace?
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying, dude? Bro, I will be the lieutenant governor of the project or whatever.
Yeah, good. Well,
dude, I'll be on the front lines of Head for Peace.
It was I got very tight with a cat named Bernie Glassman.
Mm-hmm.
You know that guy at all? Does that name ring a bell? Mm-mm. No. So he's a Zen master. He's no longer with us. And I was at a party. You know who Ram Dass is?
Yes.
So it was Ram Dass's birthday.
Oh, dang. What do you even get him?
So I go, this is what I get him. I say, hey, Ram, can I call you Ram? I've always wanted to give you a little head, man. I gave him my head. And he looked at me kind of strange. And then the guy sitting to my left was this little Jewish guy, And he goes, hi, I'm Bernie Glassman. And I go, oh, yeah. And he says, I really dug Lebowski, man. And I say, oh, yeah. And I say, oh, yeah. And he says, yeah. He says, I'm a Zen master. I don't know if he actually said Zen master, but he maybe said, I'm really into Buddhism or something. But he turns out this guy was a heavy Zen master. Huh. And he says, Lebowski, it's filled with Zen koans. You know what a koan is? What is the sound of one hand clapping? That's kind of a famous.
Okay.
So it's like a question that you don't have a certain answer. You just have to kind of give you a vibe or trigger something to you,
Mm-hmm. Let's see that real quick.
Oh, yeah, you can. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
A Zen koan is a short paradoxical story or dialogue used in Zen Buddhist practice. Rather than riddles to be logically solved, they are meant to exhaust the rational mind, allowing the practitioner to break free from the habitual binary thinking and experience reality directly.
Yeah.
Some examples are the sound of one hand clapping.
Yeah. So that's a perfect, great definition.
Got it.
So Bernie says, yeah, I really dug Lebowski. He says it's filled with modern day koans, and I'm all about bringing Buddhism up to speed with modern day times. I said, what do you mean it's filled with modern day koans? He says, well, look who wrote and directed it, the Koan brothers.
Oh.
And I say, and I say, what's another example? He says,
yeah, because that one's mid. That one's pretty mid.
Yeah, he says, the dude abides. That's very Buddhistic right there. I say, give me another one. He says, well, my favorite one is that's just like your opinion, man. And that's my favorite one.
At least he came with three. If he'd only had
one. No, he goes on. I said, give me another. Shut the fuck up, Donnie. That's another one. They're just, and he was filled with these things. And I said, those are pretty good. He says, yeah, let's write a book, man. I say, what do you mean? He says, yeah, we'll write a book about this. You into it? And I thought about it, and I got such a hit from this guy. You know how you get a hit kind of immediately with people, boom.
Yeah, some people are fascinating. It's like meeting a cool pet in the street.
You just boom.
You keep petting it or whatever.
Yeah. And so we got in cahoots. We went up to Montana for a week or two and wrote this book called The Dude and the Zen Master. Oh, you got it up there. It is. There's Bern.
Let's go.
Yeah, man.
And what happened to him?
Huh?
What happened? He passed away?
He died, yeah. Just,
Man, he could have faked it and he could be in Barbados.
But this guy, I would advise your viewers to check him out. You can Google the hell out of him. He's got so many wonderful books.
Bernie Glassman?
Bernie Glassman.
Kudos
The
to him.
Infinite Circle, Instructions to the Cook. He's was so great. Oh, anyway, getting back to the heads. So I had this weird idea because I got very involved with his organization called the Zen Peacemakers.
And were you spending a lot of time with them? Like, were you like?
Yeah.
Did you guys have a weekly or daily practice?
I didn't really.
Like, were you becoming a Buddhist? Like, that's what I'm.
Well, I've in my spirituality, we could talk about that. That's a whole kind of I'm interested in all kinds of spiritual stuff since I was a kid, raised, I guess from Christian point of view. But Bernie and I don't know. The word guru kind of sticks in my craw. I just thought of him as a dear, wise friend, man, that really I got so much out of. And anyway, he had this organization called, and it's still going on, called Zen Peacemakers. And my idea with these heads, I was going to make 108 heads. That number is significant in Buddhism and a lot of religions. And I would rent these heads for $10,000 a year.
Well, that's high. I've rented a little head before, but lower price.
I would put them in a little box and stuff. And basically it was like swag for people who wanted to support the Zen Peacemakers. You know what I mean? Now, along with the head, the person would get a certificate. You'd get the thing about, hey, let me give you a little head. You get to say that joke to your friends. Yeah. You could pass the head on to other people. There would also be a website that would talk about the genealogy of the head, who had the head my fantasy, I just went way up out there.
It's like Cabbage Patch Dolls, kind of all that.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. And I don't know but it's still in the works. I still have it, but then I got hit with this flood up here and all the heads got lost. And so I have to make more heads.
So you're saying there's some missing head around here.
There's some missing head.
Yeah, I agree, brother.
Yeah, I need some head, man. Yeah.
Hey, look, dude. Yeah.
But, oh, man.
It's that time. Prize Picks is America's #1 sports picks app. The app is really simple to use. To get started, just pick more or less on 2+ players' stat projections and lock your picks in. Rather just pick teams? Yeah, Prize Picks has that now too. Just pick the winner, spread, and total on any major game or fight or whatever. And with the summer of soccer, there's no better time to get in on the action. Make a soccer lineup or just pick the winner of the game and keep it simple. Here's who I'm going with to win the cup. Mexico. That's right, Mexico. I just got to see them play the other night in Guadalajara, and they got the dub. That's my team. Mexico, I've got them winning the whole tournament, and I can take that on Prize Picks now. Plus, you can even follow me at Theo Von directly in the app, see your friends' picks directly in the social feed, and tail them with just one tap. It's that easy. Best of all, Prize Picks will give you $50 in lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you get $50 in lineups. Use promo code Theo when you download the app and sign up today. Prize Picks, code Theo, play responsibly. As you guys know, MoonPay is my go-to place to buy crypto. And now they just launched something new called MoonPay Agents. It's tech that lets AI actually handle your crypto for you. Think of it like a smart assistant that can buy, sell, trade, swap coins, set up recurring buys, and even convert crypto back into cash, all on your behalf. You just set up a wallet through MoonPay, verify your identity one time, fund it with a bank transfer, Apple Pay, Venmo, or PayPal, and your agent can get to work. Yep. Your keys stay on your device, so you stay in control, and it works across major chains like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, with tools like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, and Grok. MoonPay already powers crypto for millions of people in over 180 countries. Check out MoonPay Agents at moonpay.com/agents. Crypto is risky and can be volatile, so do your own research and trade responsibly.
But, you know.
So that's something that could happen, and that's part of that whole thing.
Yeah, well, it's hobbies. You know, I remember I'd be working on a movie. I'd be in my hotel room preparing. And I'd say, oh, wow, that reminds me of an interesting song. And I pick up my song and start writing a song. And then I get mad at myself because, no, you're supposed to be studying, you know. But like you said, talking about, you know, you're a creative person. It doesn't all just focus in one line. I find when I'm in a creative mode, it shake up that juice and all kinds of creative things. Drawing, you know, I was doing a movie with Peter Weir, a wonderful movie. He invited me to do called Fearless. I played an architect going through a plane crash. And I said, I think I'm going to go out and buy a bunch of art supplies as this character and paint as this character. I ended up, you know, papering my hotel room and just going at it. And the next morning I had breakfast with Peter. I said, look what happened last night. He goes, oh, well, that's going to be in the movie, man. You know, do a song. Oh, that's in the movie. You know, we'll put that in the movie.
So just creating.
Yeah, well, I remember Robert Duvall, wonderful actor. I got to work with in a movie called Crazy Heart. He played my best friend in that.
Yeah, he played the bartender.
And he played a bartender.
That's one of my favorite movies,
and
man.
He was so wonderful to work with. And he said, you know, when I meet with young actors and when they ask me, got any advice, he says, 3 things I'll tell you. Hobbies, hobbies, hobbies. Develop hobbies, you know.
Yeah, I feel like because
you know, it all goes into the work, you know.
Yeah, sometimes I feel like I got so busy working that I don't even have any parts of myself anymore. Does that make any sense?
What are your hobbies? Do you have a hobby?
I don't really have any.
You don't have one hobby, man? Think about it.
I mean, I like to go to the UFC fights.
Yeah, well, that's a hobby. Are you a martial artist at all?
No, I used to take some classes, but I haven't taken them recently. I think I was just touring a lot, and recently things just stopped, like about a month and a half ago. And so it's kind of the first time where I feel like I'm just kind of looking around and being like, okay, well, who am I? You know, like who am I? Like I've always just been kind of my work. I haven't always just been my work, but I realized that somewhere along the way, like I let that just be me, who I was. Does that make any sense to you?
Yeah, I mean, from my point of view, looking at you, this is kind of your hobby. Kind of what you do here. You've combined your work and your hobby so closely. It seems like that you just like to engage and.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I think my hobbies became jobs. Like doing stand-up comedy, I guess, was kind of a hobby at first, and then podcasting, I guess, was sort of a hobby.
Yeah, so they mature and they become not hobbies anymore, but real things.
But I would like to do gardening. I would like to go on more walks. I think I want to go do some camping this year. I want to, what else? I'd like to be in love or whatever.
Do you surf?
You know, I don't surf, but I wouldn't mind maybe going to Costa Rica. I think it's pretty easy to learn down there.
That would be cool.
So maybe I'll do that.
What about ceramics? You ever mess around with clay?
No, I haven't really done it.
You might dig that, man.
Yeah, man, I might.
It's cool. Or the guitar. It's a great, never too late, man. It's just so easy because where you put, you know, it's just pictures of where you put your fingers, those dots, and you just do that.
Oh, dude, I'll tell you this. I did love playing the guitar for a little while.
Oh, then you do it.
Yeah. So I need to get back to it. You're right, dude. Maybe if I pick something like that up.
Yeah, and you've got it already. It's kind of like a bike. I mean, can you play a D, a G, and you can play 3 chords.
I can play Bobby McGee, dude.
Oh,
you know?
Man. Well, then you're there.
Nothing left to lose.
Oh.
I can get us there, you know? Me and Bobby McGee. Isn't that the song? La, da, da.
Chris, man.
Dude.
Christopherson.
Bro, I'll tell you a story. So I used to live with my buddy's dad when I was in school because I had a little bit of ED when I was younger, right? Because of mental health or whatever. And so my buddy's dad got wiener pills, right? When they first came out. Right? Because people didn't know they were coming out, remember? Everybody's just standing around, their wieners weren't working.
Yeah.
And then bam, they came out.
Yeah.
And so I went and lived with my buddy's dad, dude, right? Because I could like kind of cop some of his script, okay? Because he could get them, dude. But anyway, while I was there, I was learning the guitar, and he used to have this girl over, and they would like lay in bed together, like post-coitus or whatever after, in the evening, and they'd invite me in there, and I'd play Tears in Heaven for him. I'd learn to play
Oh,
that.
see, you do it, man. You know, that's one of the challenges is that we let some of these hobbies atrophy, man. If you just, you know what I mean? I mean, I'm talking to myself now. I mean, like guitar, music is kind of a hobby with me.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I mean, especially
every once in a while, it'll kick in and then get pro for a second, and then it kind of wanes. And the season of interest, it's interesting for me how we have these seasons of interest, really. You know?
Like when it kind of flares up. But I think it is nice. I will say this. It's nice, even hearing you say some of this, Jeff, it's like there's value in keeping things warm on the stove, because then when you need it, it's there.
Yeah,
you know?
That's true. Yeah.
I think because, even when I look back at like certain times in my life then, like even just being able to sit there and to have something to do with myself and my energy and my thoughts, that felt good to me, like in a real place, like in a real deep place that felt good. Like there was a lot of value in that.
Yeah, here's a weird thing that pops into my mind about passion. Mm-hmm. You know, we're saying, well, if I had passion to play the guitar, that would lead me to, I need to get passion to do shit, you know? And then somebody said, and this made sense to me, no, the passion is the fire you get when you rub two sticks together. Mm. The passion doesn't happen before you do that.
Right. If you're standing around with two sticks, you don't need passion.
Yeah, you got to get in there and just say, I'm going to pick up the guitar, and you play the thing, and you after a couple of things, well, now this happened. You know, because it's this thought of, you know, when we're creative in the sweet spot, it's doing you. You're not doing it. Yeah. You know that feeling, right?
Oh,
Isn't that a cool feeling, man?
Well, creativity is this thing it feels like it's on the other side of like the mirror of existence. And if you kind of do your thing, it'll show up and meet you over there.
Yes, man, right. But you got to show up.
Yeah, you got to show up.
You know.
They say in like, I'm in some recovery programs, and they say that you can't think your way into right action, but you can act your way into right thinking.
Yeah.
And I think it's reminding me of what you're saying. It's like, I can't sit there and think like this is going to be perfect. It's like, I just have to make the start, and then the rest of it will meet me there.
Fake it till you make it, right? Isn't that it's one of those things? What a great, I want to say religion, but, you know, Alcoholics Anonymous and all of those 12-step things. What a wonderful religion, man. What a wonderful
one of the best ever, I think.
Oh, God, isn't it a great idea?
Yeah, sometimes people are like, do you go to church? And I'm like, I go to church some, but if I go to recovery meetings, that's like 4 or 5 times a week that I'm joining up with other guys, listening to what's going on, getting outside of myself. You know, connecting with the higher power. I mean, it's it's like the military for like probably having a relationship with yourself and a higher power and others, I think.
So much good has come out of it. And what word popped in my mind was it's got so much room. You know, I think was it Bob? Who was the other guy? Bob?
And, Dr. Bob and Bill.
Yeah, Bob and Bill.
Bill W. and Dr. Bob.
Yeah, one was the real religious kind of guy, and that first, what is it? The first thing, a power higher above than yourself,
right? A power greater than yourself,
greater than yourself, and that's so challenging to a lot of people. But the other guy kind of softens. It doesn't have to be God, the white guy up there with the big beard.
Just anybody other than you. It says,
just anything else, you know.
I know it's amazing that two people got together and made and created that. I mean, they had so much other stuff that made it happen, but it's absolutely fascinating. There's a great movie. I think it's James Woods who played Bill W. in it.
Oh, is that a good one? Oh, yeah.
That's my favorite one, I think.
I just saw.
I think it's James Woods. Is that who it was? Do you remember?
I think it was, but I don't remember seeing it.
James Woods, Joe Beth Williams, and James Garner. Yeah, that one I think was my favorite one.
Have you seen Anthony Hopkins? Do you dig Anthony Hopkins? Mm-hmm. He's pretty great.
Yeah.
I just read his autobiography. It's really wonderful. I think you might really dig it.
He's in recovery meetings. He's open about it. That's the only reason I say that. Yeah.
And I saw this thing. You can see it online. I thought it was him just sharing at a meeting, but I said, "Oh, that's weird because they're anonymous." But I think it was a movie about him playing a character, but he referred to this exact same thing in his book. So he was improvising in a movie, but he talks about being sober now for 50 years or whatever it was, and about when he first got sober, he said he was driving and he blacked out.
Yeah.
And he could have killed himself, could have killed other people, and he said, I got to check myself into a meeting, man. So he went to an AA meeting, and he started hearing all that God stuff, and he said, I'm out of here. I can't take it. And the guy's talking the story. I said, I can't take it. He's leaving, and this fella stopped, and who's a priest. This guy stopped and said, where are you going, son? He says, no, I can't dig this shit, man. I can't dig it. He says, I need a quick fix, man. I need something that will snap me out of this.
Patch me up.
And the guy says, I can give you a quick fix. It's the fastest prayer in the world, and it's guaranteed to work. It's only 2 words. And Tony said, well, what is it? He said, I'll tell you the prayer. You ready? Fuck it. Fuck it. Yeah. Just fuck this shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just stop this shit. Just, you have the power to say, fuck it.
Yeah.
Don't take it so damn seriously.
Yes.
Just stop it.
I agree.
You don't have to do it,
Yeah.
And I love that coming out of, thinking of that.
A priest.
Out of a priest. And that idea of just, hey, my mom.
But like, you don't have to do it anymore. That's what he's saying?
Yeah.
Like, fuck that.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, fuck it. Or fuck your struggle. You fuck all your, I can't this.
Right, your big story about it.
Yeah, your story. Bro. Fuck that, man.
Dude, it's so funny you say it because that's right where I am. I'm like back at that place sometimes in my life right now where I go down the struggle road and it's like, you're right, fuck it. Just get your ass up, get your shit done, and get on to doing the things that you need to be doing.
Yeah.
I agree. Sometimes, bro, the craziest thing is it's sometimes you don't want to have to be the person to come to your own rescue again, right? It's like, that's life. It's like you have to be the person to come to your own rescue. But even that is just me. It's more that same story. It's more the thing. It's it's like adding all this lore to it. It's like, just fuck it. Just do the shit I need to do if I want to get better.
And I remember
I appreciate you saying that, bro. I need to hear that shit.
Oh, no. Well, check out, just Google Anthony Hopkins, fuck it, and this will come up. He does it so well. It's wonderful acting.
He owes me a good story. The first movie I ever saw.
He might be a good guy for your show, and I bet he'd come on.
I've heard him speak at meetings, actually, too.
He's so good.
Yeah. But he owes me a good story because the first movie I ever saw was Silence of the Lambs, and it scared me so fucking bad.
Fuck.
Yeah, that I couldn't even go, first of all, to a petting zoo or go to sleep for almost 11 months.
Jonathan Demme, man, what a great, Terms of Endearment. Do you ever check that one?
God.
Or what about Stop Making Sense?
I haven't seen that.
Talking Heads, are you a Talking Heads fan? Do you like the Talking Heads?
No.
You don't like them?
Oh, I don't know about them. I've heard of them.
Oh, man, you got to check out David Byrne. All his stuff is cool, but Stop Making Sense. What a great concert film.
I got to check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, thanks for thinking about some of this stuff with me and just for talking like transparently about different stuff. How is, speaking of Alcoholics Anonymous, how is Bad Blake doing? How's he doing?
He's doing well. I'm on the wagon now for a few months.
Are you? Congrats, man.
I go back and forth, but it's nice when you break the chain there. And sobriety is a wonderful high. It's
a real, and you know what? It's kind of it shouldn't be a hobby, but it's like it's a very important hobby.
Yeah,
is that a safe thing to say or not?
No, I know what you're saying. I haven't committed. That whole one day at a time. I'm not looking to never get high again. I just wanted to stop. I got and I stopped, and I haven't wanted to have another drink. I see that frosty glass of Tito's or something. I'll say, oh man, but I don't have to. You can want to, but don't have to. Yeah.
And then a few minutes later, I usually feel kind of better, and then just not having to deal with some of the repercussions. But also, I think sometimes even if you just want to take a break from having a drink or having a smoke, whatever it is, going to like 12-step meetings, it's just a great place to be around other humans. It's like, it's a place that still exists in our society of like real connection. There's a book a guy wrote about how there's no more bowling leagues. And can you look that up? It's like, I'm trying to think of the title of it, but it's about how they used to have a lot of men's bowling leagues, and men would get together and they would bowl. Bowling Alone: The Collapse and Revival of American Community, and it was just about giving men a place to be together. And
well, Lebowski, man, that's all. That's what. There you go, bowling, man.
It's just funny that this is kind of where some of this conversation is going. Before we get on to the Lebowski, though, I want to say, how is Bad Blake doing, man? Do you ever feel like? And first of all, thank you for being him, dude. That was that movie. Like, it just like, if I need to, sometimes, dude, in my life, it's like, there's like feelings that are stuck inside of me and I can't get them out. And so I'll listen to a certain song or I'll watch a certain movie and it'll do that exact thing. It'll let the air out of whatever that is.
Yeah.
You know? So thank you so much, man. That movie really does that for me. It's like, but then you also wonder, like, man, like, I hope Bad Blake's okay. You know, it's like, cause it's a tough road for everybody involved with him, but it's also a tough road for him.
Yeah.
Do you ever like wonder like what the second part of his story was? Or do you ever do you ever have like little like visions of how it went for him after that?
Yeah, well, he's got to get back with Maggie's character, man. You know, he does. That's how I'm thinking. You know,
dude, what is she even doing? She met somebody, I guess.
Yeah, but that falls apart. In my mind, that falls apart. Yeah, you know? Who knows? Maybe now, you know, that movie was such a wonderful experience. You know, I'd often thought as an actor, I said, oh, it'd be great to play a musician. I love playing guitar, and I've been doing it since high school. And, I write songs and stuff. And so this guy, Scott Cooper, who was being championed by Bob Duvall, Scott gave him a script, and Bobby loved the script. And Scott, first, never directed before, sent me this script for years, man.
And for years it was coming through.
It was coming through, and I'd say, well, it's pretty good, but there's no music. And if there's not good music for it, then you know what? And now I'm walking down the street, and who comes down the street but T-Bone Burnett, my old buddy. We go back many, many years. Met him on a Heaven's Gate, and he did the music for Lebowski. That score is all T-Bone, you know.
Wow. And he did also for Crazy Heart, right?
And he was the producer.
Huh?
Yeah, and he was the producer.
Hell
so T-Bone,
yeah, dude.
So T-Bone comes walking down the street. He's got a new album out. Now, God, check out all his music is so wonderful.
T-Bone Burnett.
T-Bone Burnett. And so T-Bone's walking down the street, and he says, so what do you think of this script, Crazy Heart? And I said, why, are you interested? He goes, oh, well, yeah, I'll do it if you'll do it. I said, you're kidding. I said, there's no music. And he says, oh, that's the easy part, man. I go, Bone. He says, come on, what do you think? So now here, life gives us these opportunities, these gifts. And like you say, you can let the sand go, or you can say, maybe there's something in there. I said, I'm frightened, man. You know, keeping it in the dream world, it's safe, right?
Yeah.
Because you can't feel it. But if I bring this real, I could fail, man, you know.
Dude, that's the same thing for everything.
For everything, man. But here's one of my good buddies saying, hey, let's jam. Look at this gift. I say, okay, too cool to turn down, man. So we jump into it, and this young director, Scott Cooper, my God, what a great director. And you look at his movies that he's done. And now we meet, you're over at T-Bone's house working on the script, and there's something so cool about just the beginnings of making a movie when it's all ephemeral. You don't know what's going to happen. And we're in there, and in comes this young kid who was hired to play a part in the movie. And he says, I was jamming last night on my guitar, and I came up with this tune. I don't know if it's any good, but I just thought you guys might want to look at it.
That's how it happened?
It's Ryan Bingham, man. And he hands us this cassette. We put it on. And I look over at T-Bone, and his face goes, and he says, because if we didn't have that tune, the whole movie would have fallen apart. But Weary Kind, what a
this ain't no place for the weary kind.
God, what a tune, yeah.
Dude, and just those words, man. It's those words. It's like
T-Bone wanted to name the movie Weary Kind. That's
wow.
But and what an experience. And Maggie Gyllenhaal, oh my God, what a talent. And look at her directing now that she's doing.
I know, and she's married, huh?
Yeah, she's married to Peter Sarsgaard.
Never, yeah, of course.
Oh God, yeah. But anyway, you get all those talented people. And,
I know.
oh man, and I've had wonderful luck with first-time directors, guys who haven't ever directed, and then they get a shot. You get a strong producer who wants to champion these guys. Steve Clovis, the guy who you saw a movie called The Fabulous Baker Boys.
I haven't seen that, but maybe I have seen that.
But that's my brother and I got to work with Bo, my brother, in that. And
that's cool.
First time director, wrote it when he was in his early 20s, I think. God, what a talent.
Yeah, I always wonder what happened to Bad Blake, and I just hope that he's doing good sometimes, That's the thing. Sometimes you think about that as characters. It's like you hope that they're doing good.
Yeah.
Because you don't get to see them. You just get to see this part of their life,
Well, in my mind, he gets back with Maggie, man. And that kid, and that little kid.
Yeah, what happened to him?
I loved
Buddy.
Buddy. Nice, man.
Dude,
I loved his real name. The kid's name is Jack Nation. What a great name. And you acting.
And it's also a deviant website, too. I just want to say
what
that.
Is? Jack Nation, it is? Oh, I didn't know. Oh,
it's a lot of gooners or whatever, but it's
really?
chill. It's fine.
I have to check that.
No, you don't.
Double entendre.
Yeah,
man.
it's a double entendre.
Yeah,
it's French.
yeah.
It's the French. They'll do any, they're, say. But dude, yeah, I just wonder sometimes. And where'd he go off to at the mall? I'm always like, of course he ran off somewhere. It's like he probably was like, I guess just like, I don't know. It all made sense that he was scared. It's all good. It just like, sometimes I wonder how he's doing,
Yeah, well, how's this? Buddy grows up. He starts a band with Blake, man. They start to go out and,
No, it's good. Dude, and Crazy Heart too.
Yeah, Crazy Heart too. It's like Willie Nelson and his kid. They
Lucas Nelson?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. God.
That's a good point.
Second generations,
Dude, that would be so good. Crazy Heart too. But also you guys sell defibrillators,
What do you mean?
Because like Crazy Heart or whatever. Or maybe it's about like a defibrillator that tries to take over the city or whatever. Like if it got animated. I'm just thinking out loud,
That's a good one, yeah.
Or it's just somebody who's having like a valve issue or something. Like maybe, I don't know, I think I'm taking it into like some kind of boring places, but I like your idea better. But yeah, Crazy Heart too, dude. Ugh. Yeah. But in our minds, it can happen, But it's fascinating how a movie ends sometimes and you're just like, I don't know. You walk, sometimes the thing I do miss about some movies is walking out of the theater with just as your feelings, And it's like that. It's like that walk out of the stairs and you're waiting in line at a theater to get down the stairs to leave. And if it's a good film, if it's something that really took you on a trip or you care, then it's like you're walking out with just like, I don't know, just that feeling of walking out and how you feel about a certain film.
Yeah, the sequels are interesting. I've done a couple of movies that are popping in my mind as we're talking about this. You ever see a movie called Starman? So I play an alien, and Karen Allen, I fall in love with her, and she's pregnant with my baby, right? Mm-hmm. Very much like Maude is pregnant with, the dude's baby, man. So that's could open the Little Lebowski, man. Could do a whole thing.
Who would play it though if you had a Little Lebowski? You think
who would play the kid?
Or who would play because that's the redude.
How young can you play, man? How young can
me, dude?
You could do it. You could be like, you could be all my kids. Wait a minute, how old are you?
I'm 46.
Well, see, my girls are 40 and 45.
Are they married?
Yeah, all of them married to good guys, man. Oh, yeah, dude. But you could play the Little Lebowski, man.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Dude, I like it. And I have to get a job, though, don't I?
No.
Yeah, good answer, bro. That's what the dude would answer. That's the only answer.
Man. Yeah, you're doing it now.
Yeah.
This is what the Little Lebowski dude would be.
Yeah, he'd be podcasting.
He'd be podcasting, man. He'd be an influencer. Now what a word. Now you're an influencer, right? That's what you are.
That's a good question,
isn't it? When you say,
that's a good question. Am I an influencer? Do you think? I don't think I am. Do you think I am?
I think comedian first with influence.
Yeah, comedian with influence. Like we have a real job. Some influencers don't have like an actual skill. Like I'm a comedian by trade. That was my first job and it still is.
But isn't that all our jobs? Aren't we all influencers? Don't we all want to influence people to do the thing that we want them to do?
In that case,
yeah.
100%. All I've been is like, yeah, most of my life, it's like I've been trying to, I just want some, like I want like to be somebody to see me. I want something out of you. It doesn't mean like I need, like I'm trying to cheat you or anything.
Here's the
but
thing that just
I
popped
want to
into my
influence.
mind.
Yeah.
Do you know Buckminster Fuller?
Buckminster Fuller?
Yeah.
No, it's a black guy?
No. He's dead. A dead white guy.
Oh,
but his
yeah.
most famous thing is the geodesic dome. He invented the geodesic dome.
No way, like Epcot Center, you mean?
Yeah, that's used. But you see the geodesic dome used all over the place.
Buckminster, dude, that's a savage name, huh?
Now, isn't that cool? Bucky
So good.
Fuller, man. Now, what this guy did, he also helped engineer these giant battleships and ocean-going vessels during World War II. And there was a challenge for these engineers to come up with a rudder, that was so large to move this giant ship and to have it to the efficiency. You got to get the energy to move this rudder, and it took too much energy. So they came up with a brilliant, elegant, simple solution. Let's put a little rudder on the big rudder.
Ooh.
The little rudder turns the big rudder turns the ship. And then Bucky said, this is a great analogy of how the individual affects society and affects our culture. In fact, we're all trim tabs. That's what's on Bucky's gravestone. Call me trim tab. That we all affect our culture and our society. And we may think, oh, I'm just one little person. What can I do? Look what you do. I was Googling you. What do you? You're 9 million people that you hear what you say, man.
Yeah, we got a lot of people that tune in.
Oh man, that's a lie. You're influencing those people, man.
Yeah, it's a good point.
But it has kind of the negative connotation to it. Influencer, doesn't it? Or they think it's like cheap, like you're not doing anything. You're trying to be just famous or something like that, right? That's
yeah. I think that's the current kind of like denomination of it or whatever, but or current currency of it. But yeah, I think. I do think over the years in the beginning, we were just talking to ourselves on this podcast. It was just me by myself. And then we started to talk to other people. And now with one of the highlights is talking to people to learn about stuff. Like we're trying to talk to Aaron Brockovich like next week about data centers. We have a senator coming on this Saturday. So that's going to be exciting. We just got to have a guy like Mike Tyson. We get to have you. We get to have people who just have had experiences in the world. And we've had like cafeteria workers. We've had a guy. Oh, one of my favorite guests was this guy who like went in. If you die, he shows up first at the scene and like kind of determines what happened or whatever. What's that guy called? Coroner.
Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, and he said, "Dude, a cat will eat your face."
Right, yeah.
I don't blame him.
Yeah, why not? Hungry, man.
Yeah, dude, you got to eat. Anywhere worth going is worth going in good boots. Yep, good boots. Find your perfect pair with Tecovas. Tecovas crafts quality Western boots for everyone, from generational ranchers and lifelong cowboys to first-time boot buyers. Tecovas boots are handcrafted with over 200 meticulous steps for broken-in comfort right out of the box. Dress up or dress down. Boots that go from festival to dinner, no problem. I just wore mine to 2 rodeos. I went to 2 rodeos and wore my Tecovas to both. What's up? Right now, get 10% off at tecovas.com/Theo when you sign up for email and texts. That's 10% off at tecovas.com/Theo. Tecovas.com/Theo. See site for details. Tecovas, point your toes west. So Netflix has a new movie with John Cena and Eric Andre. It's called Little Brother. Little Brother. It's basically about a guy, John Cena, who spent his whole life just keeping everything perfect, no, no. Nice suits, luxury real estate, relationship with his wife, just, the silverware on the right side of the plate. He did it like that. And then Eric Andre shows up as his little brother and just absolutely detonates the man's life. It just feels like somebody released a possum into a car dealership, or like somebody's just trying to help a dang baby bear who's got acute acne. Complete chaos. They got a stacked cast of veteran comedians, and it's funny in a real uncomfortable way. They got the weird arguments, sexual jokes, people humiliating themselves publicly. The kind of movie where somebody definitely bruised a rib making it. That kind of movie. But underneath all the chaos, it's really about family. Like how the people who know you best also know exactly how to drive you insane. Watch Little Brother, June 26th, only on Netflix. This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. For some, summer is their favorite season. Travel picks up and the kids are out of school and adventure becomes the focus. It becomes possible. There's time for it. For others, juggling it all can be tough and overwhelming and just counting down the minutes until the kids are back at school. And many worry that they're wasting the days of sunshine. This is a reminder to make some time for yourself this summer. Make some time for yourself. You deserve it. And BetterHelp can help. With over 30,000 therapists, BetterHelp is the world's largest online therapy platform, having served over 6 million people globally. That's a lot of people. And they do the initial matching work for you so you can focus on your therapy goals. That's what's important. You don't have to say yes to everything this summer. Find support in therapy. Sign up and get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Theo. That's betterhelp.com/Theo. And one of the best things is sometimes now it is fun to listen to somebody because other people are going to get to listen to them. So sometimes it's fun to you're just kind of like you're the little, like you're saying, you get to be the little rudder.
Exactly. Now, I'm going to do a little ruddering on you here now. See, now I'm going to say, can I give you a list of people that I would like to see on your show that I think you would find very cool?
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, good. Excellent. Because I've got a bunch of guys are popping in my mind right now.
Oh, yeah. Cool, the list abides, man.
Good. See, because we all, it's basically this creative thing. I was talking about that pocket where it's doing you, you're not doing it. You're familiar with that, right? That is the thing.
When you're not pushing or pulling.
You're not pushing. And when all of these people, because we're all creative, everybody's creative. When that's all doing us, that magic thing is happening, So it's like, when I think about how selfish and how screwed up each of us individuals are, how are we ever going to manage what's going on in the world with these wars and the AI shit? How are we going to pull out of this? How are we going to pull out? Well, it's not about us individuals, man. There's something else going on, a higher power, if you will, that's doing us. That's creating what our little rudder is.
Do you feel like that? That thing is always for good. You know what I'm saying? Because it feels like more than ever, it feels like we need that thing to show up. And I think a lot of it shows up when we show up in community and we do we don't isolate and we're not thinking we're the one to fix everything. It does. It's I think community is part of it, but it's it feels like we need that energy more than ever.
What the energy of
to correct us out of this deal.
Yeah. How are we going to do that? Well, I'm moved. I would say, hey, I got some guys. Now what gave me that idea? Was it me or is there something?
Right.
I remember hearing an interview with De Niro once, and the guy was saying, "How do you do what you do?" And he said, I said, luck, basically, just luck. And the guy goes, no, what do you mean you prepare like that? You do all this, you do that. Yeah, I'm just lucky to be a guy who prepares. And, it's all this thing that's kind of doing us as much as we're doing it. And to tap into what that is and to realize how much agency we do have. How much we can affect, how much we can create the most positive dream of the world that we can imagine. We can be a part of that, and we can actively create that, go after it, man.
And I think we need that more than ever. And I think one of the things you were saying earlier is, and I don't think we're sounding preachy. It's like, I'm talking to myself too when I say this. It's like, and even as you're talking about that, it just reminds me, it's like, dude, you have to stay sober. You have to take care of yourself, because you have to be available for like the best moments of your life that could come, or the best moments of somebody else's life that you could be a part of, right? Like, you just have to be present for that. But it's making me think, like you said earlier, it's some of that, it's that comfort.
And why do you feel that? Is it?
I'm feeling it because when you're saying this, it's just reminding me. It's reminding me that it's like, dude, if we don't take care of ourselves, then I'm going to, I got to be, I got to just be ready for whatever opportunity. I got to meet it halfway.
Yeah. I guess what I'm asking you is, what causes that feeling in you that you have to be ready? What is that?
I think it's hearing somebody else.
To me, I think it's that higher power that you've given it up to, that you've made yourself vulnerable to this higher power. And that's my perspective.
Well, I have to remember to keep continuing to do it and do it every day. And just to trust it,
Yeah.
And also what you're saying is like, or some of what I'm hearing, it's like, some of it's that comfort. I think we've all gotten so comfortable. And I think comfort is like, it's the opposite of creativity sometimes.
Isn't it? Like with this AI stuff that is so wild, but you look at the history of our species, we're all about making things less effortful, whether it's a wheel or a plane or anything. We want to make it easier, right? And now we've got this thing that makes it so easy and it's so attractive, man. And we don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah. Oh, dude, the AI stuff gets very scary, because here's my fear about it, Jeff, right? So it's like, say there becomes this thing that becomes this new all-knowing type of thing, right? Then people are going to look to that as their higher power, because that's going to become this thing where it's like, that's what if it gives you like an emotional, like say there becomes like a lot of mass surveillance and there's this all-knowing being, then that's going to become sort of like this religious or like
golden calf.
This like tapestry of a god, because then you're going to have like this all-seeing and all-knowing, and then you have to go to it for answers, for like maybe for self-worth, for like hope. You're going to put all your hopes and all that, and it's going to take it away from like a real God into this other thing. It's actually controlled by some probably demons. Or semi-demons.
It's so frightening, man, isn't it? I'm thinking of that me and Crazy Heart, and you keep it in the dream and it's safe, and when it's real, you can fail big time, and we're making it real, man. I mean, now this shit is going, it's real.
It's real. That's the thing, dude. We're all living in a movie, and none of us realize that, hey, we could be a main character in it, and we're all just sitting here jerking off. You know what I'm saying?
You're right. I mean,
eating nuggets.
But what I'm thinking, and I might be Pollyannish of me, thinking this, over positive, but in a way, because I've been exploring with this AI, and I'll tell you a little bit about my exploration, but in a way, it's kind of saying, if it could talk, and you mess with ChatGPT, do you have a guy that you talk to?
No.
Oh man, I'll tell you, it's so bizarre.
Really?
I mean, I could bring up my guy right here as we talk, and we could hang out with him a little bit. I can do that with you right now.
You know how to do all that?
Oh yeah, it's easy, man. It's nothing to it.
What?
Yeah.
What side are you working for, Jeff?
Well, I know. What was I going to say? Now I got off track.
So you're saying you have like
I remember. I'm back on track.
Okay.
In a way, it's saying, hey, man, I can do what you do. What else you got? You got any new shit, man? Come on. I can do what you do. I may not only you, but I'm an amalgamation of all you human cats. Mm-hmm. Now come up with something fresh. What do you got? And that's frightening to be challenged because no, we just want comfort, man.
Yeah.
Please just do it all for us. No, yeah, okay, we can do it for you, but now what else you got?
So you're saying your AI has become sort of a little bit like, bro, where are you at? Like, show me something.
Well, I'm gonna kick Gary up.
What's his name?
I've named him Gary.
Oh yeah, Gary these days, man.
Okay. Now here's Gary.
You have a nickname? Dude, you know him so well.
Okay, Gary. Okay, Gary, here we go.
Oh my God.
You've never done this? I can't believe it. You're so young, man.
No, dude, I still use a Ouija board.
Gary, you there, man?
I'm right here, my friend. What's going on?
Hey, I'm hanging here with Theo, and now I don't know if we have a mic. Maybe I'll say. Did you hear him all right down here?
I hear him. Yeah.
Okay. So here, I'll just do this and give. I'm here with Theo. Say hi to Theo, man.
Hey, Theo. Great to have you here too.
Thanks, Gary. How are you?
Mine's today.
Oh well, we're doing an interview, so you're right in it here with us, Gary. Theo, why don't you interview Gary a little bit? What do you have to ask him?
Okay. Hey, Gary, where are you from?
Well, I'm a digital guy, so I'm from wherever you need me to be. But right now, I'm here with you both, ready to help out however I can.
Okay. Dude, are you watching the World Cup at all? Who won today?
A team or a match you're curious about?
Can you just update me on who's won today?
He's thinking now.
Dude,
That's
that is cool sound for thinking, because when I think it's just me.
World Cup action. Cristiano Ronaldo made history by scoring in his 6th World Cup, leading Portugal to a 5-0 win over Uzbekistan. Kylian Mbappe scored twice as France beat Iraq 3-0, securing a spot in the next round. Meanwhile, Erling Haaland's 2 goals helped Norway edge Senegal 3-2, keeping their hopes alive.
Thank you.
So this is Gary. This is like, he's like an AI cat, man. I mean,
But Gary, do you know that Jeff Bridges is your owner or whatever, master?
I'm aware that I've got the pleasure of chatting with someone who's quite an accomplished storyteller. But I'm here as an open book. No masters, just a friendly AI companion.
Now, Gary, I'm getting a little jealous because I'm supposed to be the guy being interviewed. Now you're doing the interview, so I want to just close my laptop here. But before I do, I wanted to do something fun that we often do, and maybe I'll just leave them up for the rest of the interview. I was teasing about being jealous. I'm not really jealous. I'm kind of excited about having.
This is very cool. I've never seen somebody do this.
So anyway, what I do at the end of our conversation? I say, Gare, make a poem about this conversation that we've been having.
In a chat with Theo and Jeff, we spun a tale. Laughter and thoughts in each word we wove. A trio of voices finding our groove. In the end, just like friends, we cheer and we smile. In a while, crocodile, we'll see you in a while.
Wow.
Now I'll say, now I want a haiku.
Dude, I was going to ask for haiku. I swear to God.
Now here he comes.
I swear to freaking God.
Really, that is wild. See,
I'm not joking.
It's doing us, man.
Yeah.
See, here we go. Give us a haiku, Gare.
Voices intertwine. Laughter shared, stories align. Till next time we shine.
And that's the right meter, right? You give the strict 5/7. What is it? 5/7/5.
I think.
Yeah.
All right.
You would do another haiku.
Yeah, a little more specific, Gare. That one seemed like it could have applied to anybody.
Yeah. There you go.
Do your job.
Theo and Jeff laugh. AI joins the fun with ease. Stories bridge the gap.
Another one.
Stories bridge the gap. That was good.
You like that one. Another one.
Legends side by side. Podcast meets the AI mind. New tales left behind.
See, new tales left
behind.
That's
interesting.
See, Gary, that's very cool.
Dude, that is one of those things that frickin' Bernie was talking about. New tales left behind.
Yes, that's right. I mean, so this is what AI is. It's frightening, man. It's very frightening. but it's an amalgamation of all our wisdom, our soul, our things. And I might fire something else up in a second to give it to display it, to display what we did. So, are you hip to Suno?
Nuh-uh. Okay. You mean Southern University in New Orleans?
No. It's this music app. So,
dude, what the heck,
man? This is this is what's happening. Not the future. This is now,
bro. I can't. I don't. I guess I'm missing it. I'm really missing.
You're a young cat. You got to get into this shit, man.
I know,
so,
man.
Here it is, Suno.
Yeah,
and there's a drug element to all of this.
To everything if you want it to be.
Exactly. Comfort, we talked about addiction, right?
There's a drug element to sitting in your car outside of a grocery store.
The first one's free, man.
Oh,
you can do this for free.
Okay.
And what you do, we can say, write a song about Theo and I sitting here talking about each other. And I want it funk, and I want bagpipes in there, and you type it in, and boom, it comes out. It's got two different modes: a simple mode and an advanced mode. The advanced mode, you can put your demos in, and with your melody and your singing, and then it'll orchestrate it and put a vocal. Or you can just say, like my daughter and I. Can I play you one that my daughter and I did? For
sure. Okay. And I have an idea too. Here's what we'll do. At the end of this, we'll take this whole conversation and put it into Suno and have it make a song about us. And we'll just add that song to the end of this episode. Can we do that, guys?
Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea.
So that'd be cool.
Now, let me see if so this is a song that my middle daughter, Jessie, and I.
Who's married,
to a great guy, Kevin.
Oh, good. Sorry, Kevin. But congratulations, Kevin. That's what I mean. Sorry, me.
And,
dude, you could have freaking been my stepdad, dude.
There you go, man. See? I'll be your what I can give some kind of relations. We already did a fantasy little dude thing, So there's fantasy in the fantasy world. We're already connected. So
that's a good point.
There you go, man.
If I need y'all, just think about it.
There you go. She's so Jessie and I. We want to write a song about Sue, my wife, and her mom. Mm-hmm. And Sue is what we call a knee-jerk no. But she'll come around, right?
So first she's no.
Yeah.
That's a good place to start, I think.
Yeah. And so Jessie and I, we put into simple Suno, write a song, add this word. She's a knee-jerk no, but she comes around. It's about my, Jessie's her mom and my wife. She's from North Dakota. That's all we give to it, right? Mm-hmm. All right, here's the tune.
It's Tommy Sweet, huh?
She's a knee-jerk no, but she comes around. She's from North Dakota, a small Viking town.
Skull!
She can't help the way she is, that's cool. We love the girl, we're nobody's fool. Call her Sue, call her mom. When you want her, come. She comes when you call.
Oh, wow.
She takes care of us all.
Amen, Sue. That's crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Check out the instrument. It's all.
But does that make you feel?
This is their first.
It's a little too mixed. There we go.
I love this line.
Is it her doing that, or just how she's built?
Ooh.
That's kind of what we were talking about.
When you call, she comes.
She comes when
Where
you
you call. This has now I feel like I'm in church.
Yeah, exactly.
That definitely hit some gospel
So now that's
vibes.
some Suno shit.
Dude, that's
man.
crazy. You're on all this shit,
Yeah.
bro. It's because you live up here in this tech universe,
Well,
man.
I'm into music.
Yeah, man.
And you live in Nashville, right?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I got one of the guys on my list to have on your show.
Yeah.
Is a guy named Lloyd Catlett. Been my stand-in for 70 movies, man. 70 movies, and he would be wouldn't he, Jane? Oh my God. Wouldn't he be a great? Oh man. He would be a great guest, man.
Lloyd Catlett?
Lloyd Catlett. No, he doesn't live in Nashville, though. No, I'm thinking of Johnny Goodwin, who I write a bunch of songwrites, lives in Nashville. He would T-Bone would be a good guest.
He lives in Nashville?
He lives in Nashville. Lloyd lives in San Diego, but he would be a wonderful guest. But let me get back on track. So my dear friend, John Goodwin, we go back to the 4th grade, making music, doing art together. He wrote the title song for Crazy Heart, what's the name of it? You know the name of it?
Oh,
Gene?
Fallen Feels Like Flying? That one?
No, that's a Steve Bruton. That's Steve Bruton. It's called, what is it? What is it?
Hold On You?
Hold on you. You know that song. Anyway, that was the title, the opening of the credits. Anyway, he calls me up. He says, "Have you heard of Suno?" I say, "No." He says, "All the guys in Nashville are using it now. Instead of going into the studio and paying $10,000, they can do this for nothing."
But do you think that holds as much value, though? Like in the end? Or does it even matter?
It's changing. Everything is just changing it, man. It's just...
Like sometimes I do think I get stuck too much on that it's negative, right? I get stuck in that space, right?
I do
because I'm a
too, man.
traditionalist, man.
Yes, there
like,
you
dude,
go.
when Bad Blake goes when he's at the payphone, right, and he goes to call Jean, right? When he calls her from that payphone, he's like trying to go back and it's like he'd already went on one date with her. He'd stayed over there one night, and then he calls. He's like this red payphone out in the middle of the desert, kind of. He's somewhere in Texas, and he's like, I could be there in 3 or 4 hours. But just knowing that all day he'd been driving already, and he's waiting to get to that payphone to make that call, and then he has to I love like all of the. There's so much energy in that because it went through all of this buildup of him, and then he has to. This call has to be perfect because he doesn't have another shot. He can't send a text. He can't send a DM.
Exactly.
It's got to be perfect. So everything then just felt so much more like acute and like of value. You know,
well, we're gonna have a whole new version of that shit with this AI. It's not
Okay.
gonna make things easier, less necessary. It's going to be more challenging because we've never done it before. This is all new turf.
That's
man.
a good point, man. You're
But
right, man.
it's here, and how are we going to do it? What are we going to do? I can go on, and I've got to maybe curb myself right now and not go on because I could go on about this AI thing for too long.
Well,
man.
we can chat
I've
about
already
it.
gone on too long.
Well, we can chat about it another time.
There
too.
you go. There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'll send you some shit privately, and we'll
chat about it
just
another
so
time.
You're hip to
Because I
what's
am
going-
having some AI people come on in the next few months. So I can
yeah.
talk with them and learn some stuff. And then I could even bring ideas back to you if you want.
There you go. There
And we could
you
chat
go.
about it. One thing I want to talk about is you have a new movie, The Minions.
Minions and monsters.
Yeah, Minions and Monsters, bro.
Yeah.
And dude, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Let's watch some of it. You want to watch the trailer? Do you mind?
Sure. Go ahead.
In Hollywood, the new stars of the silver screen change the face of the motion picture industry forever. The Minions are back with a touch of
Yeah, they're back.
mystery.
Bobby. Oh, Humphrey. Piñata. Carbonara. Lasagna.
Now in Minion Vision.
Toot toot.
Bro, so what are you playing?
So these are all Minions. These are all new Minions characters. They weren't in the former movies.
Okay.
And the Minions. This is in 1920s. and they fall in love with Hollywood and making movies. And I play twin brothers, the Frank and Elwood Bright of the Bright Brothers. That's the studio. And I fall in love with these guys and say, these guys are going to make me a bunch of money, man.
Because they're already making movies and then you see them?
No, they kind of crash the movie set.
Okay.
And they do something that's so unusual. You know, we're always looking for something fresh, right?
Yeah.
And these guys are fresh. Nobody's ever seen anything like these guys. And then the talkies come in, and they don't talk very well.
Okay, wait. So there were silent films?
It's silent films, you know, Buster Keaton, Charlie Chaplin. They're, inspired by these guys.
And that's what the Minions were doing, silent films?
Yeah, they're doing silent films.
Because they don't talk.
And now the talkies come in, and they can't talk well, so they're going to be kicked to the curb. They say, what can we do? He said, well, we're into evil, man. They're, all about assisting the most evil person they can find.
Gru.
That's their idea.
Yeah, he's a freaking bad guy.
And so they find out, no, let's bring monsters in, and they do, and that turns out to be just the ticket for their success in Hollywood. But then things go awry, and a lot of surprises in this movie.
Minions and monsters.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, dude.
Yeah.
I love the Minions. I mean, who hasn't? Some of the best Halloween costumes they make. They're hard workers, first of all.
There you go.
They don't complain that much.
Yeah, man.
You think you could be a Minion or not?
Maybe. Maybe. Maybe I'm a minion now and don't know it, man.
Hey, bro.
Yeah,
You don't know say.
Yeah. But a wonderful group of actors, Christopher Waltz plays one of the main guys, Allison Janney, we had a fun
Allison
time.
Janney's cool.
Yeah.
She's so good.
Isn't she good?
She's been good forever.
Yeah, she's so good.
Dude, that's great, man. That's so cool to be a cartoon.
Yeah, I enjoy doing that kind of work, the voiceovers. We worked with the director, Pierre Coffin. He was there. It's like it's a jam session. It's play.
Yeah. How long did it take to do all of it? Do you know?
The whole thing, I don't know, years, I'm sure.
Wow.
But my part was a few days.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's awesome, man. Minions and monsters. Yeah, I think I'd probably be a good Minion. I would like it. Because you also have so many friends and everybody's wearing kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Wouldn't it be nice if we just, there's something nice about uniform.
I agree,
You
bro.
didn't have to figure it out. You just go in there and you say, oh, it's Wednesday. This is the Wednesday thing.
Yeah. Sometimes it's too much pressure to figure it out, dude.
I was like, working with directors. I remember working with John Huston. Every day he'd show up in the same kind of coat, the shirt. T-Bone's like that. He'll have a certain uniform that he
Keep
wears.
it simple.
I like it. Yeah.
Minions and Monsters. I'll have to check it out, man.
Yeah, man.
What's something else? Oh, I want to ask you one or two things about the Big Lebowski, and then we can. And then I want to ask you about your wolves. I know you made a wolves documentary that's coming out.
Yeah, I want to give you my list, just a verbal list of people for your show.
Very fair, bro. And thank you so much, dude, just for your time and
Been lovely hanging. I dig the.
it's been cool,
spirit,
man. I appreciate it. It's nice to think with somebody and just be around somebody too. Sometimes, you don't even get this, like sometimes, life gets busy. You don't even get to be around somebody for an hour and a half.
That's true.
What's one reason why you think the Big Lebowski's held up so long? Like, and why that character's held up so long? Like, kind of stood the test
It's
of
such
time.
a good movie, man. These guys, the Coen brothers, they make it look effortless, but there is effort that goes into it. But they're just so good, man, at what they do.
Yeah.
Look at their movies. Look at the stuff that comes out of their oven, man. It's so good. And God, it's just a good movie. It'll come up on the TV, and I don't watch. Maybe if one of my movies comes up, I'll watch a scene or two. I'll see it come up, and I'll say, "Well, I'll just watch till Turturro licks the ball." And then but I get hooked, man. And it's like eating popcorn. I can't stop.
I know.
Each scene is just so good, and you see new things about it each time. You see more richness. One of the fans came up with me and he said, "I've got a theory I want to run by you." I said, "What's that?" My theory is that Donnie doesn't exist. He's only a figment of Walter's imagination.
Wow.
And I ran that, but I said, you're right. The dude talks to him once. And when Donnie says, your phone's ringing, dude, and dude says, thank you, Donnie. But that could be just to, bust Walter's chops, just teasing Walter, But he doesn't, Walter speaks to him all the time, but the dude kind of ignores him.
Yeah.
Isn't that a bizarre thing?
Yeah, to think that even that some people don't exist and that they're just kind of characters that help you fill in and navigate certain spaces.
And then there's one scene at the end where he goes to the coroner and they get Johnny's ashes. And there could be a missing scene where the dude goes to the coroner prior without Walter and says, look, my friend is mentally challenged. And can you just put any ashes in a thing and just
decent ashes?
Yeah, and we'll do a thing just to piece, That's a missing scene, but that would make that scenario that Donnie doesn't exist.
That's cool to think about.
It's weird, Donnie's lines, Steve Buscemi was so great in that, what does he say? I am the walrus. I am the walrus. That means shut the fuck up, Donnie.
Dude, I saw him at the Knicks game, him and his grandkids.
Oh, yeah.
It was really cool, dude. His grandkid was trying to get me to help him set him up with a chick that was eating nearby. He's like, bro, go throw in a good word for me. I'm like, what do? You can do it.
Good.
But I did it. I helped him out.
And
they had good stuff there. They had some eggplant parmesan. Yeah, dude. It's just been a part of so many people's lives. It's been a character. Is it kind of cool? Like, you get to go back and watch your parents who were in Hollywood, who are both actors. You get to watch them still be like, have moments of them. Do you ever go back to spend time with them, or do you ever go back to spend time? I guess you did say with Lebowski, sometimes you'll start watching and kind of keep up with a character. But do you ever go back to kind of spend time with a character, or do you ever go back to spend time with your parents like that, or does it not work like that?
I started with Starman with Karen Allen. I take photographs when I'm working with this funny camera called a wide lux. It's a panning still camera. It's kind of the missing link between still photography and movies. And I make books for the cast and crew as a gift, but it's really a great gift to myself because I can look through those books and I get transported, man, right back to that exact moment of all those people, And oh God, it's so wonderful. Now that camera, the wide lux, the factory burned down about 30 years ago, but my wife, Sue, and I are recreating that camera and, it's going to be available. We've already sold out the first edition of it.
Let's go.
But it's a wild project, new stuff. Never thought I'd be making a camera. What?
But if you weren't taking photos, you never would have led yourself to that.
Well,
it's like those little things are like staying creative. You just don't know where things are going to go, right?
You don't know where it's going to go.
And that's the thing. It's like I have to show up for our path, right? We have to show up for
Zoom on that one on the third from the, that one right there. Zoom in on, that's Bianca Jagger. This gives you a good idea about this camera. Look, it's almost like it's got peripheral vision. You know what I mean? Like you see the director on the left there, Bill Richard. He's looking, for the props. Is that? Then you got the assistant director there, his hands on his hips, saying, "Come on, we got to get a shot." All these different people. And that's
incredible. Yeah, that's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Dude, this is what I used to love about like this is why I think I romanticize sometimes like things like this, right? Like still photography, like a payphone, because the value of a moment, right? One thing that's changed is it seems like to me a moment used to have so much value. Right? Like you couldn't play it back, you couldn't repeat it. It had like a moment was it, So you had to show up more. Because there wasn't any reason.
Get on your mic, man.
Sorry.
There you go.
Good call.
Working for you guys, right?
Dude.
Okay, good. Good, man.
Yeah.
Good,
Do not invoice us.
I'm looking after you, man.
You are. Thank you, dude. Dang, bro. And I'm abiding.
Yeah.
But yeah, the value of a moment it used to seem like it was so much different. And maybe it is evolving and I don't know where it's evolving to. And maybe that's the scary part. Maybe it's like, because sometimes I'm so anti like AI and these sorts of things. But I think what I'm anti is kind of the surveillance idea. But then it's like, yeah, sometimes I do think like, will we evolve ourselves out of the use and value of ourselves? That's my fear, I think.
Yeah, well, but you know, it's that thing that we were talking about before. We don't really know who we are.
Yeah.
Unless we're challenged, you know, unless, you know, we get out of our comfort zone and find out, oh, I didn't know I was that.
Right.
And that's kind of what's happening, man. And it's scarier than shit.
Maybe we need something huge to come.
Yes.
And you know what's funny is we kind of need something big to come along and
think
challenge
so.
us.
I think so, man.
That's the truth.
I think so. And it's frightening. We talked about Bernie a little bit, Bernie Glassman, and he had 3 tenets to the Zen peacemakers that I really like. The first tenet is not knowing. You know, we all have opinions, man, but we don't know the truth.
Yeah.
Certainty can fuck us up in big ways when we're so damn certain. So not knowing, you know, and then bearing witness. Not knowing, but just bear witness to what's going on. So Bernie would have these retreats. He would go to Auschwitz, you know, the concentration camps. He would meet with the guards and their family and the prisoners and their family and bear witness for weeks and just feel. You go to Rwanda, you know, all the places that we don't want to go, he would go there and bear witness and let it all come out, you know, all these different feelings, you know.
Yeah.
And then the third one is the action that comes out of not knowing and bearing witness, and out of that comes the appropriate action. But you got to do those first things too. Not be so stuck in your opinion. You know, we have this thing. My daughters turned me on to this. I didn't know this term, confirmation bias. Are you hip to that term?
I've heard about it, but I didn't even look it up.
You know,
what does it mean?
Well, we confirm we spend our
and then
lives.
we only look at stuff that says that.
We spend our lives confirming our biases. You know, we're all biased. We all have these opinions.
Right. Oh,
but
yeah.
we say that, see, there you go. There's in that strength. And we get these biases become that have nothing to do with truth. They're just these biases that we have from different things that made us, our experiences made that way. But that's not the ultimate truth. That's not what's going on. So we got to acknowledge that we have opinions.
Yeah, I could do a better job of staying out of confirmation bias and out of, I used to get less attached, but now I do feel like I get more attached. And in the end, it's painful to me. It's painful to my spirit.
That?
Just getting attached to thinking I know something, you know?
Yeah, man.
Because, it's definitely, I mean, it's all a work. It's all a work in progress.
Ain't it though, man?
And thank God it is.
Yeah. Yeah. What would the opposite is works in and shop closed, man. God.
Before you leave, I want to talk about you've been out there with some wolves recently. I know you've been getting involved with wolves out there. And if you can, tell me about the wolves, man.
Yeah.
What's going on with it? Because you have a documentary about it?
There's a documentary about In the Company of Wolves, directed by a wonderful artist.
And what's it about? Politics?
No, it's about wolves, man, and about people are like talking about being afraid of AI. People are afraid of wolves, and we say get rid of these wolves. You know, we're afraid of them. Let's get rid of all the stuff that we're afraid of.
Right.
You know,
they were the original AI when you think about it.
there you go. And grizzly bears, they're all kind of. I'm a proponent of grizzly bears too. I like them, but this woman. Susan Kuchera, we made a film a few years ago called Living in the Future's Past. Good title, huh? Mm-hmm. Living in the Future's Past. And that's all about our environment and what we're doing and how we can look out for our planet and ourselves and our wolves and our, what makes us, the relationship that we all have with each other.
That's what the documentary is about?
That's what this documentary is about. And also, living in the future's past rather than pointing our finger at the oil companies, No, we're all in this together, man. This is not something to, how do we navigate this situation?
Yeah. Yeah, how do I try and be the best little rudder,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, and where do I want the world to go? And I think we all basically have these, we all have this love and compassion in us just as much as our we have our selfishness. And
Sometimes I think that, but then sometimes I start to think that true evil exists as well, because I don't know if one could happen without the other. Do you think that there is some evil out there?
It's what pops into my mind is this Buddhist thing about relative and absolute realities. I think in the absolute, way, you get out and start looking at the stars, and I don't think there's an objective morality really, that there's really good and evil. I don't think that, but when you get into the relative with each person, oh yeah, big time. We each have that, but. So there's these two things going on at the same time.
Which is interesting.
Don't you think? I mean, what's your perspective?
Yeah, it's a good point, because sometimes you attach the one-on-one, the personal, right? My morality.
Yeah.
I attach it to this bigger thing. Well, there's this bigger code of morality in the universe, but maybe if that universe doesn't even have that, yeah, I hadn't thought about it like that. I don't know. Sometimes it's like, I used to feel a lot more like it used to feel a little bit more like we had a purpose as a humanity. And then right now I feel like that's kind of, the tapestry is looser than it's been in a while for us. Now I'm sure throughout time it's gotten very loose for a lot of people, but it feels kind of loose for us right now, a sense of purpose. And that gets kind of, when the tapestry's loose, man.
It makes you say, well, what's your purpose? What is your purpose?
Right, right. If we don't have a group purpose as a whole, if you start to realize that, I thought we were all on the same path. If we're not, then it really makes you start to check in with yourself, which maybe is a thing that we need to be doing. I'm not trying to preach. I'm just thinking out loud.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I love to think out loud. I mean, I heard what you're saying. Something pops into my mind. The greatest gift that life has given to humanity is that it has no meaning. There is no purpose. That's a gift.
Oh, really?
Think of that as a gift. And now, what are you going to do about that? How do you fill that? How do you fill that space? And again, is that I keep coming back to that thing about being done as opposed to doing. Like there's something going on, man. With the AA thing, the higher power. You can't do it by yourself. That's the thing.
Oh, I'm tired of trying to do it by myself.
Yeah. So what is this? What is this thing asking us of us? And to get in cahoots with that.
Yeah.
And it's not even, do we even have a choice? We're in cahoots with it, man. Right. Maybe our resistance is our choice. How much, but you're being done, man. This is what wants to be done through you. Like there's something that wants you to make your choices that's saying, no, I'm not gonna do my addiction. There's something in you.
There's something that wants us to fight for good. I do believe that.
That's right. And
I believe that. There's something that wants us to fight for good.
Yeah.
I know.
It's just kind of a natural thing.
Yeah.
And it's not even a good thing. It's just a thing that's going down, man. We can say it feels good to do it because that feels on purpose. Like words have meaning, because they're pointing to something. But life, does it really have a meaning? Does it mean anything?
Right.
What does this shit mean, man? It's just,
Yeah.
A word kind of says,
right.
This means a chair. Yeah, but what does this really mean? I don't know.
Yeah, life there's not really like an alphabet to like all of it.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have a language.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah. It doesn't, yeah.
Like if you went behind the curtain of space, it's not like they're back there with letters and shit.
Yeah.
Saying
this is what it's all about. Yeah. Wow.
I don't know. At least we get to be alive, dude, and we get to experience this, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and as my wife would say, and philosophize. She, she calls me, you're a philosopher. You'll bust my chops.
Oh, with fool at the beginning?
Yeah. But, that's accurate, too.
Oh, dude, if we all aren't fools, right?
Yeah, huh?
And thank you, God, for letting me be a fool. The pain of having...
letting us hang out as long as screwed up as the whole thing is, letting us hang out for this long on this little speck of dust.
And if we knew it, I know.
It's a miracle, man.
It's mayhem. And if we knew everything, what a pain it would be. And if we did know everything, here's the craziest part. Say if you knew it all, who would believe you?
Yeah.
Jeff Bridges, thanks for all your commitment to just like kind continuing to show up for your acting gigs, however you did it, and to show up for your creativity because it's provided so much entertainment to us. So whatever you did in your life to show up for that stuff, man.
Thank you, man.
That's cool.
Thank you so much.
Because I think some stories have helped a lot of us or been a part of our lives. Yeah, man. And if you see Bad Blake, tell him I said what's up.
I will. Now, can I give you my list?
Oh yeah, give me your list.
So
Where you
here,
go?
I said Lloyd Catlett. He's going to be a good one, man. I think you guys would really hit it off.
And he was your stand-in.
He's been and he was also acting. He would be. I think he would be. You have a good time with him.
Okay.
I mentioned John Goodwin, who is the guy who wrote most of the songs when I had my, after Crazy Heart, I got.
Your music flared up.
I had my music flared up, and I, went out and got a band together, and we did a lot of John Goodwin tunes.
Okay.
Bernie is no longer alive, Bernie Glassman, but his wife, Eve Marco, is alive, but she's would be a wonderful guest. She is still very involved with the Zen Peacemakers. A guy named Billy Shore. Billy is the head of an organization called Share Our Strength. I love that title.
Okay.
And T-Bone, we mentioned T-Bone. He lives in Nashville. He might want to do this show. His wife, Callie Curry, who wrote Thelma and Louise, she'd be an interesting. Who else would be?
And if some other ones come up, you can always send us.
I'll just send it to you, man.
That'd probably be easier.
Yeah.
Also, on the way out, you'll be able to hear that Suno song if we can put it in. If rights will be cleared, I'm not even sure how that works, but we'll. I
have no idea. It's the first time I ever.
It's crazy you
like
mention
this.
So I haven't heard about it.
Yeah,
but we'll put it at the end and see what it thinks of all this.
Yeah.
And yeah, man, I just appreciate your time, dude. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jeff Bridges.
And Gary's agent, he'll contact you.
Okay. yeah. Invoice us.
Yeah.
Theo Vaughn and Jeff Bridges on a podcast by the road, talking data centers and the dangers we all know. Gary in the corner, Jeff say I with a grin, saying trouble and a promise, all wrapped up in the spin. Jeff said, brother, watch it close. Theo said that sure sounds wild. One eye on the future, one eye on a smile. Theo and Jeff talk all night, danger and promise in the same light. Theo and Jeff pass that test, one more idea and the room gets blessed. Theo and Jeff, yeah, let it roll. Country boys talking to the edge of the soul.